Hello students, hope you all safe at home. In this session, we are going to learn about verbs. There are 8 parts of speech. They are noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. So in this part, we are going to learn about verbs. What are verbs? A verb is a doing word. A verb is used to express an action done by a person, animal, or thing. A sentence is incomplete without a verb. A verb is a doing word. A verb is used to express an action done by a person, animal, or thing. A sentence is incomplete without a verb. So, we cannot frame a sentence without verb. Verbs tells us time and tense also. From the morning, what are the actions we are doing? All the words are called verbs. Let's see some examples. Sit, stand, look, walk, read, talk, listen, think. Brush, wash, drink, eat, go, etc. Like all the words are called action words or doing words. Let's see some sentences. Nitin goes to school every day. Anuj spoke with his friend. My father met his friend in London. The stars shine in the sky. In all these sentences, the colored words shows the action done by a subject. So all the words are verbs or action words. There are two types of verbs. Main verbs, helping verbs. Main verbs are action words like breathe, sleep, find, invent, read, swim, play, drink, throw, bark. Like all the words are called verbs or main verbs. Some examples. Akshaya hugged her grandmother. Money plays in the ground. I bought a new mobile phone. So in these sentences, Akshaya hugged her grandmother. The hugged, the verb, main verb is done by Akshaya. So here hugged is a main verb. Money plays in the ground. So Money did the action play. So play is a main verb. I bought a new mobile phone. So bought is a main verb. Next we are going to learn about helping verbs. Helping verbs are also called an auxiliary verbs. So we can call helping verb or auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verb help the main verb to express the action or a state of being. Auxiliary verb help the main verb to express action or a state of being. Auxiliary verbs form present tense, past tense verbs. Be verb am, is, are, past tense was, were. Do verbs are does, do, and past form is did. Have verbs are has, have, and past tense is had. Examples. He is writing a letter. So in this sentence, is helping verb, writing main verb. I am reading a book. So here am is a helping verb, reading main verb. They have bought a new car. Have main helping verb, bought main verb. We were watching television. So were helping verb, watching main verb. Let's see the examples. This am, is, or, was, were are called be verbs. When we use be verbs means be verb is used with a main verb to form the continuous tense and the passive voice. I am sorry for what I have done. He is a great all-round player. You are never too old to learn. He was elected by an anonymous vote. The children were playing with the ball. Music will be played on a phonograph. So here we used the be verb to continuous tense and passive voice. Do verbs are used to ask questions and form negative statements. And have verbs are used to form the perfect tenses. The actress has been divorced from her husband. He will not play volleyball. He has bought some tropical fruit. Our guests have arrived. I had not seen him for 15 years. I do not feel like going out tonight. Does your job fulfill your expectations? So, in all the sentences, we used the have verbs and do verbs. Next, we are going to learn about modals. What are modals? Modals are the helping verbs that indicate the manner of the actions expressed by the main verbs. Modals are also helping verb, but that indicate the manner of the actions expressed by the main verbs. Modals are express ability, possibility, probability, permission, obligation, etc. So modals are used to express our ability, possibility, probability and permission. Commonly we used modals will, would, can, could, shall, should, may, might, must, ought to, need, used to. These are some examples of modals. First, we learn about may or might. We use may to express our ability, permission and possibility. For example, may I leave the room now? This is asking permission to our principal or our boss, our higher authorities. We can use this word may. May I leave the room? May I come in, ma'am? May I get this job, ma'am? Like that we can use. I may go shopping this evening. This is using possibility. I may go or I may not go shopping. But so we use for possibility. I may go shopping this evening. Or where is Ramesh? He might have gone to the shop. So he might have go to the shop. So this is also possibility. Next, can or could. Can or could also we use ability, possibility and request. Next, shall or should. Shall or should also used to future action and responsibility. Responsibility. We shall complete this work by evening. So this is our responsibility. We shall complete this evening the work. We should keep the environment clean. This is our responsibility to keep our environment clean. Could also we can use to the express our ability. I could play the veena when I was young. I could write poems when I was in school. So could be used to past. Now we cannot do that work, but when I was young, when I was in school, I can do that work. Must. We use must and must not to express necessity and compulsion. Must not is not commonly used as a model. It is just the negative of must. They used for compulsion. You must go now. You must do this work. You must meet your family. So in these sentences we use must to compulsion. You have to do that work. You must do this habit. So for compulsion we use must. You must see the principal now. They must not take picture in the gallery. So like these sentences we use only for compulsion. Okay students, hope you all understood this session. We will meet in the next session. Thank you students.